It's a great day for all Flesh and Blood players, but it's an even better day if you're a Flesh and Blood player who has a past in Yu-Gi-Oh! And who loved the pricing at the locals when playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Because today I looked online and discovered that finally Flesh and Blood gets their own OTS pack. And it's called the Gem Pack. And I couldn't be more excited about this. Honestly, I was freaking out as I was seeing this, because not only gets me more excited to play at my local armory, but also I think it's the best step going forward for the local scene. And if you're not familiar with like OTS packs, tournament packs, astral packs and so on, we will talk about it a little bit in this video later on. But at first, I want to actually talk with you about what is inside of these gem packs, because we have the configuration for the gem pack 1 here. It will be 3 cards per pack. We will have 1 regular print, so I assume that's like a non-foil, right? Then we will have 1 premium foil, and here it gets super spicy, because it can either be a rainbow foil, a cold foil, or a marvel. And then we also get an art card. I don't really know, like, yeah, okay, we get an art card. We have 50 packs per carton, and depending on how big your locals is, you're getting multiple cartons, maybe, if you have a big locals. Then what's mostly interesting here to see is that the gem pack is a 32 card set, including 1 marvel. It is a new marvel, so I'm super excited to see that. It is 8 cold foils, and those need to be cards, I think, either that are not being printed as cold foils before, or those cold foils were printed in booster sets and now they have a new artwork, right? We will look into the reprint policy shortly. Then there are 22 rainbow foils and 23 non-foil cards. So looking at the reprint policy here, they just this year updated it that rainbow foils are not reprinted if they are printed in a main booster set, at least with the same artwork or with the same treatment, right? So they can choose to reprint rainbow foils that were no rainbow foils before, but I think every card in Flesh and Blood is a rainbow foil already. So this is either an extended art or a new artwork with a rainbow foil. I'm super excited to see that. And also for the cold foil, it's nearly the same. I mean, maybe they're reprinting any cold foil promo cards. I'm not sure about that. But if you're searching it up here, if you don't know what extended arts are, Flesh and Blood players know that, of course, but if you're a Yu-Gi-Oh player, you don't know that. Basically, it looks similar like this maybe, just, of course, with another artwork, because this card is not getting reprinted. Also, I heard that Dev Talk with James White and Brian Gottlieb, and I think what they were saying is that there will be cards also with new borders and also cards with, like, I think it was flavor text, right? I'm not 100% sure. But if it's flavor text, we may be getting cards that didn't have flavor text before, and now we are getting flavor text. So that's kind of something, yeah, to look into when it is revealed. We don't know yet exactly the cards that will be in the gem pack, but I will speculate in this video a little bit on which cards there will be. We know that, of course, there will be cards for the Hunted, or themed around the Hunted. But yeah, at least we are not getting armory kits anymore when we're getting gem packs. And armory kits looked a little bit like this, right? You were getting posters for the LGS, you were getting playmats, one to raffle out at the end of the month, and one People's Champions playmat. I think maybe it was 2, I'm not really sure. But we were getting these Rainbow Foil Participation Extended Art version cards, so those are basically in the pack now. And then those cold foils, either the new ones that weren't cold foil before, or the ones, that are having a new artwork. We don't know it yet. What we know though is that the Judge Pack is known for delivering cold foil upgrades for specific cards, also for new cards, but will not be the same. Like, there will be different cards, and like I said, there will be featuring around or evolving around the set The Hunted. And It was mentioned in the dev talk that there will be cards revolving around stealth for the assassins and maybe draconic cards as well. And I really hope, I mean, Command and Conquer is nearly a draconic card, right? So it will be super nice to see a Command and Conquer reprint in this, either with a new artwork or, I don't know, with a new artwork at least, or a non-foil reprint. Just that would be so amazing. Also a race phase, I think that would be an amazing reprint in the gem pack. I'm not sure if we will see legendaries, but at least we should see these really needed reprints for some of those majestics, in my opinion. Because Command and Conquer is getting scary expensive here. Maybe we see also lower tier staples like the Sink Below. But now let's talk about the Yu-Gi-Oh side of things here, because actually, like I said, these packs were a thing from the beginning on in the tournament scene in Yu-Gi-Oh! And looking back at this, I remember collecting all of the tournament pack cards back then. Not when they were coming out, don't get me wrong, but when I was getting a job and could afford them in my early 20s. And Mechanical Chaser as a card that came up here, right? It was a meta-defining card back then in Yu-Gi-Oh! And I'm super interested to see like what we will get in Flesh and Blood now. Will it be similar to Yu-Gi-Oh? It will not be the same, right? But I'm hoping for those vibes. Like also Morphing Jar is a card I remember. It was super exciting getting this card. Also going into the later meta in the early 2000s for for Yu-Gi-Oh! I remember collecting the Champion Pack cards, specifically those ones who were reprints for gold cards actually. Like Metamorphosis here, getting a treatment that it had not had been before with the super rare. Also Turbo Pack, I remember that one as well, going into the 2009 and onwards, featuring actually one of the most iconic GX era cards, the Judgment Dragon and Ultimate Rare. Also, now with the OTS packs, I remember during the time from 2016 and 2019 going to locals there. It was super nice seeing those upgrades for certain meta cards with the Ultimate Rare treatment, like Masked Hero Darklaw. It even retained the value over time here. That's nice to see. But also recent reprints in OTS packs like the Exodia is nice to see. And so it gets me super excited about these Flesh and Blood gem packs going to locals in next year for sure. Though I have to say, they are just reprinting everything in Yu-Gi-Oh! And so sometimes it's not really funny looking at these OTS packs and the Ultimate Rare reprints, especially when I'm looking at the OCG. And they had an Exodia Ultimate Rare for a long time there. And it looks much better than the one that we got in the TCG. But for me, it's Flesh and Blood time, honestly. Like I'm just super excited for the next year. I'm super excited for those gem packs. I'm really looking forward to those reveals that we're getting for the gem packs, hopefully, or at least then cracking the packs myself when I'm participating. Because actually, what we didn't talk about is like, how do you get those gem packs? I mean, if you're a Flesh and Blood player, you know this, right? You're following all of the news, and gem packs are basically also rewarded for players that are not maybe winning those local armories. It is basically up to the tournament organizer, the store, to give out those packs accordingly to their community. If they are having a more competitive community, they can give it out as prizes for the tops, or not for the tops, but for the top performing players more often, or more than for those who are not winning that often. But remember in Yu-Gi-Oh! Also, even if I didn't had to win that often, I got some ODS packs, and it will be like that, I think, at my locals as well. If you're participating, you're getting a gem pack nonetheless. Doesn't matter how often you win. But honestly, there will be multiple gem packs, and I'm just super excited to see this kind of product evolve over time. And I will talk about it on the channel for sure. So if you're interested in it, stick around. And also, if you're interested in more Flesh and Blood content, or if you're a Yu-Gi-Oh player wanting to see Yu-Gi-Oh and Flesh and Blood in the same video. I have some videos on the channel already about that, and there are coming some in the future, in the near future, here on the Fabled Academy. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we see us in the next video.